This is Grant Shad. You're watching Comedy Matters TV, and a shout out to SiriusXM.
Hi, I'm Spencer Grammer, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV, and I'm giving a shout out to SiriusXM.
SiriusXM.
Perfect.
My name is Sean Young, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV. Shout out to Sirius.
XM.
It's Sybil Santiago, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.
So this is a very exciting night. I'm here at the Soho Film Festival, and I'm here with the executive director of the festival and the head of programming, Sybil Santiago. How are you, Sybil?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. It's really wonderful to see you. I love seeing you at the festival.
Thank you. I love being
one of our favorite people here.
Thank you so much, and I love coming down. How many years is this now that the festival is here?
This is our 5-year anniversary. I cannot believe that we made it this far, and we've expanded, if you've seen the room, to this, and it's really, really exciting, and we're getting a lot of support from the community, so it's pretty wonderful.
It gets bigger every year and more exciting, and I mean, every year is great, but every year you manage to make it bigger and bigger. How much time do you spend reviewing all these films? Because you must get submissions from every place, right?
That's a really good question. This year, actually, we started submission about maybe 8 months ago. So we've spent maybe not too much time in the first couple of months, but the last 5 months was probably the most taxing time because we really did get a very, very big amount of submissions. Really amazing films as well, which is what makes it even tougher. The programming was very difficult to do this year because it was almost, I wish I could accept everyone because there were so many good projects, you know, all these, and I recognize some of the people that I've worked with in the past, and I always say if there was just a way for me to maybe have 20 movie theaters that I can have available to me to show all of them, I would bring in more movies. But it's that kind of year. And I've actually spoken to a couple of other programmers from other festivals, and it seems like this has been a very good year for independent films. So it's really exciting, and we happen to be celebrating our 5th year, so it's sort of a perfect time for us.
It's amazing, and well, also because you respect the amount of time and effort that it takes to make a film, that it's hard to turn them down. It's such a laborious effort to create a film. I respect everybody that makes a film, whether you like them or not. It's just such a hard thing to do. And so, who are some of the people that are in the films this year?
This year we have, as a matter of fact, our opening night film tonight, we have Grant Shad. We remember him from Murphy Brown, of course.
He's to be a friend of mine. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
I love that show, so not to date myself. Then Jessica Hecht, who just came out fresh from Breaking Bad, of course. Tonight we have Josh Pants, and we have Spencer Grammer, who's here. Sean Young, of course.
That's Kelsey Grammer's daughter, right?
Yes, Kelsey Grammer's daughter is here, and I love that. We also have Harry Lennox from The Blacklist that's coming this weekend. We have William Sadler. I mean, there's just a ton of names that I kind of can't
remember to think of them all at once. I know, I saw on the tip sheet a lot of great names, right? And how many films are in the festival this year?
We have 78 films this year accepted, which is 10 more than last year. So obviously we're expanding carefully, but hopefully nicely. We're trying.
And where are the filmmakers from mostly? From all over the country, or any international as well?
It's a lot of international films this year. It's actually a very interesting year because we've had films from countries that we've never gotten submissions before. It was interesting to see a big submission boost from Ireland, which I didn't really have in my radar before. From Brazil. We have a film from Myanmar, and from Algeria, and from Zimbabwe. So we have a very, and Thailand. I mean, it's just a very, very big mix of people. And interestingly, those filmmakers flew in. So they're all here at the festival this year, which is really, really exciting.
How about from the Philippines? That's your native country. You have a lot of Filipino filmmakers?
We have one film from the Philippines this year as well, so it's great that they always represent. I think that's one of our regulars is Philippines, Italy, France, and of course the UK is always here, Canada.
People travel in from all over. I've met people here from so many countries that come to your festival.
Yes, definitely.
Well, you should be very proud of what you've accomplished. It's an amazing, amazing accomplishment. I wish you so much luck.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Really. Hey, it's Jeffrey Gurian here at the Soho Film Festival, down at the Village East Theater, and from Comedy Matters TV and SiriusXM, and I'm here with Sean Young. How are you, Sean?
I'm great. How you doing, Jeffrey?
I'm doing amazing, absolutely amazing. This is such a fun night. Do you happen to have a film in the festival?
I do, actually. A little part in a film called My Man is a Loser, and Mike Young directed it, and I play the therapist, and it was a comedy, and it's fun.
Now, what night is that going to be?
I think it's Thursday, but I'm not certain. We have to double check that.
It's cool that you come to support, because it's a relatively young festival, and it's nice when people come out to do that, or to support independent film. Is that an indie that you're in?
Yes, it is. And also the young festivals are the great festivals because they're where all the new talent is coming in, and it's real exciting to see their point of view and their efforts.
Do you enjoy doing comedy? Because that's my particular specialty.
That's all I want to do now, actually. I want to laugh, and I want to make people laugh, and it's fun. It's really rewarding.
Comedy is very powerful. I look at it as a healing force, you know, has the ability to bring all people together. Would you agree?
I totally would agree with that. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm involved with this group called Laugh MDs. We bring comedy films to hospitals. You know, have you had any experience with using comedy as a healing force?
Well, just on myself. My husband and I, he makes me laugh, so that's really important. And we watch things that make us laugh. And when we have a good laugh, it's always, you're in a healthier state of mind.
And it brings people together, and it's good for relationships, right?
It can be.
It definitely can be. Now, you know, I'm glad I saw you tonight because I miss seeing you at the Gold Coast International Film Festival. I was the head of talent there, of live talent, and I produced the gala for Susie Essman. And you were there that night. I believe you were in a film with Jackie Martling. Am I correct?
Jackie was in the movie, and the name of the movie was called Send No Flowers.
Send No Flowers, right. Yeah. It was great. And, and it was a mob story, right, about a mob family. Could you tell us about your part in that?
Well, I play a sort of mob princess daughter, and Tony LoBianco plays my father.
That's right.
And he has Alzheimer's, and so the mob kills him, and they think I'm just going to step aside, and so it's basically a sort of angry chick movie, you know.
You take over the mob. You start running the mob. That was very cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Now, and if I'm correct, you also have, don't you have a new project, something about Leave the Tree?
The title of the picture is called Leaves of the Tree, and we shot it in Sicily. It's starring Eric Roberts, myself, Federico Castelluccia.
Love Federico, from The Sopranos. Great guy, old friend.
He is so wonderful. I love him too. And it's a story, a family story about a healing tree, and how the powers of this tree affect this family lineage.
What kind of a healing tree? Like, how does that work?
Well, it's really an olive tree, and in the story, there's a certain olive tree at the certain spot that somehow, for some reason, possesses these healing ingredients, and then we capture them and we use them, and we kind of make use of this tree. And in the meantime, it has a little bit of French Lieutenant's Woman in it, in that it jumps back and forth in time to their ancestors. So there's a little bit of a period piece in there as well. And it was exciting to make it.
Where was it shot? In
Sicily.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. So you got a chance.
It was so cool. Oh, I loved Sicily. I mean, what's not to love? Those people know how to live. When you come back to America from being someplace like Sicily, you're like, oh man, we're too stressed over here in this country, you know?
Yeah, they know how to live and to relax. What a wonderful thing. But it's so nice when you get to travel as part of your work and someone else pays for it.
Yeah, that's the best part. You know, and other than that, you get to leave something behind, which is, I like that part about film, which is everything that you do, you're leaving behind for people after you to see. So that's always been something that warms my heart.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your film this week. Tell us once again what the name of the film is that's in this festival.
Mm-hmm. The name of the film in this festival is called My Man is a Loser.
My Man is a Loser, and it's a comedy.
And it's a comedy, cool. Hopefully.
Well, it was great to see you again.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Jeffrey Gurian here for Comedy Matters TV and Sirius XM at the Soho Film Festival, and I'm here with my buddy Grant Schott. How are you, man?
We are buddies. In real life, we're buddies.
Oh, God, look what happened.
And he just knocked my poster over.
To catch it.
I knocked over his film poster, but it's
It just gives me an opportunity to hold it.
to talk about it, which is perfect.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
It brings more attention to the film.
Absolutely. People like to see spontaneous moments.
I tend to do this. I know how to create a moment.
There we go. There we go.
This is not a good tripod.
All right.
Hold on, come here.
Tara, you gonna hold that? This is Grant. You and I will hold this poster.
What are we going to do? All right, wait.
For the duration of the film festival.
There we go.
Look what happened here at the Soho Film Festival. Trying to get, okay, that's cool.
Right side up. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, fine, this is great. We know how to create a scene.
Right? Exactly. We can make a mess and we can clean it up.
Tell me about Good Sister, Grant.
It was, really interesting script. Like nothing I'd ever read before. And Jessica Hecht is amazing, as you know, is an amazing actress. So I just signed on, and we shot it in the summer. It was hot, but we were in an office building at least.
As hot as this?
Yeah, yes, as hot as this. This is about what it was when we were shooting it, yeah.
People are going to start doing yoga here in a few minutes. It's like a Bikram yoga studio.
Exactly.
It gets any hotter.
Nice yoga reference.
Yes,
Yeah.
Got to pull in the references.
Exactly.
So, what part do you play in this?
I play the head of the rest home that Jessica's mother is staying at. And I don't want to give it away any more of the plot, but yeah.
So is it a serious film or a comedy?
I would call it a dark comedy.
Dark comedy.
Yes, but definitely a comedy.
Now, you worked with Woody Allen, didn't you? Didn't you do one of Woody's plays not too long ago?
Two of his plays, yeah.
Could you talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, I mean,
That's a huge honor, man.
he's the master, and what's great about doing a play with him, the first play I did with him, he actually directed. So I was in a room with him every day for 6 weeks. And if you do one of his films, sometimes you don't even talk to him.
Right, that's an amazing opportunity that you were actually with him. Very rare.
And we were in a room with him, for hours a day for 6 weeks, or 3 weeks, rehearsal anyway. So
what was the name of that?
He had to talk to us.
Yeah, exactly.
That was called Writer's Block. And then the one I did a couple years ago was called, it was part of an evening of 3 one-acts called Relatively Speaking.
I remember when you got that, I was really excited for you, because that's such a huge thing, man,
it was great.
to work with Woody.
Yeah,
especially.
It was, and it was a great cast. It was Steve Guttenberg and Carolyn Aaron and oh God, I'm forgetting everybody. Just like a lot of great actors.
Was it a limited run?
No, but it became limited. We closed after about 4 months, but yeah.
Well, that's a nice 4 months is cool, man.
You
get to do that.
Perfect, in and out.
And speak for a minute about the power of comedy, because comedy is so important, especially to me, that's where I spend most of my time. But could you talk about the power of comedy, what comedy means to you?
I just think making people laugh is crucial. There's a lot of stress in the world these days, and we need an outlet for it. And laughing gives me a different perspective, and we all need our perspective changed now and again.
It's a healing force. That's how I look at it. It's definitely
well said. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So, what night is your film showing?
Tonight.
Oh, great! So it's the opening night film.
It is. I guess it's the opening night short, and then there's a full length after it.
And how long is this?
Good question. I don't know.
Well, we're going to stick around and find out. It was great to see you, man.
You too, Jeffrey.
Thank you so much, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you, and I wish you continued success.
And I'm here with Spencer Grammer. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Absolutely amazing. What film are you in tonight?
I'm in a movie called In Lieu of Flowers, and it was shot here in New York. I play Rachel. It's a great little independent film, and I love
a comedy?
It's kind of like it's sort of a romantic comedy about death, kind of.
A dark comedy.
Which has elements, romance can be kind of depressing at times, so it's good.
Absolutely. A romantic comedy about death.
Sort of, the grieving process, and the relationship that helps you move beyond the loss of a relationship.
Now, how did you come to the film? Who told you about it? Did you just your agent, or how did it happen?
I did. My manager had read the script and had worked with Josh Pence before, who's the other lead, and just had thought he was such an incredible actor. And I read the script myself, and Bill Savage wrote this amazing, beautiful, I guess, romantic piece of material that really touched me in a very moving way. I mean, at the time I I've been reading all kinds of scripts, and there aren't a lot of female leads where you're not just like taking your clothes off for some guy. And in this script, I was like an actual character who had
Groups of guys.
or for groups of guys at this point. Who had feelings and depth, and it was about love and kind of the stories that I like to watch in movies.
Was it written by a man or a woman?
A man, yeah.
Yeah, really. So he got in touch with his feminine side.
He did, yeah. Well, I mean, I think a lot of men are pretty feminine, you know, in their own way.
I'm not threatened by that. I'm in touch. I've been told I'm in touch with my feminine.
Yeah, no. You mask your when you're over masculine. I think it makes up for your sensitivity.
For your lack, yes.
You have a lot of sensitive feelings.
Nothing wrong with being sensitive as a guy. Absolutely, I encourage that. It's part of empowerment.
Exactly.
Men don't have to be afraid of their feelings.
No, not at all.
So I can't help but notice your last name Grammer. So are you related to Kelsey, right?
I am. He's my father. I am the oldest of the brood of children he now has.
Grammer children.
The Grammer children, and they keep coming, which is amazing. And I've been so impressed and inspired by my father. Obviously, I've gone into this profession myself, and I can only hope to accomplish what he's accomplished in his life as well.
What was it like though, growing up with such a famous dad?
Not as crazy as I think everyone would perceive. I think for me, being famous or doing this job is what you just do. It wasn't anything it wasn't odd for me. I mean, I was born in New York and I saw them do theater. Both my mom was a dancer on Broadway, so I've always just been involved in it, and I love that familial aspect of theater and of making movies.
People always wonder what that's like to grow up in that. Did you grow up in LA?
I did grow up in LA. Yeah, it's just show business, show business.
Yeah, parents are
Show
parents.
business like show business.
So I've heard, absolutely.
So you've heard, exactly.
So are you based in New York or LA?
I'm in LA now. I bought a home there, and I have like a 2.5-year-old, so it's nice.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Really?
Boy.
Your first?
First, yeah. Maybe my only. I don't know.
You never know. Right?
You never know. But it is amazing. I do find so much inspiration here in New York, so I'm grateful to be back and premiering this movie here because it meant a lot to me.
And I think there's a poster for it actually right
Oh,
here.
there it is. Yeah. Yeah, I have brown hair.
That's you.
That's me. Yeah, that's me. I know.
You look great, but I like you as a blonde.
Thank you. Everyone says that. I'm kind of somewhere in between that and this as a natural color, but I do think I shine with the blonde.
Definitely, the blonde hair pops. Well, I can't wait to see the film. So it's tonight or
Yeah, it's premiering tonight. Yeah.
Awesome. So check it out, okay? In Lieu of Flowers with Spencer Grammer. Cool.